Good morning, Northeast Kingdom. This is Scott Wheeler with the Vermont Voice. Today we have a real celebrity, a homegrown celebrity at that. Good morning.
Good morning, Scott. Thanks for having me here.
Well, it's nice to see another 84 graduate. Who aged better?
Who is it? Who is it?
I do have to wonder. Here I am. I went from getting an F in English to being a writer for a living, and here Tim is. Couldn't stay in class long enough to learn anything because he was too busy telling jokes.
He has hardly been in class at all this week. He was seen selling carnations.
Hasn't this guy come a long ways from going to the principal's office for acting up?
And now look at us. We're right here at 92 Moo FM up here in Derby, Vermont.
How much more famous can he get? Moo, isn't that a bigger deal?
Than the Simpsons movie?
Yes.
There are places I'll remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone and some remain.
We had a great day up in Newport visiting with all the folks at the Northeast Kingdom.
Brace yourselves, it's time for Late Night Saturday.
Nyman and Lynn. And now, from Alumni Auditorium, here's Tim!
Hey! Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. Thank you. Oh, wow. Hello, everybody. Well, I guess I don't have to ask how you're all doing then, huh? You doing good? Oh, man, thank you. You all look great with your hats on out there. It's wonderful to see all of you. I see some familiar faces, and we're going to get to you. We're very excited about tonight's show. Tonight's show is all about the Northeast Kingdom. Isn't that right, Mark? Aren't you excited about it? Oh, yeah. Yes. All the folks from the Northeast Kingdom and the one guy from Malone, New York over there. We're going to talk about him, too. Hey, we want to tell you about the Northeast Kingdom. It is where Vermonters go to pay homage to the wilderness. The kingdom represents almost 1/5 of the entire state of Vermont, with over 200 lakes and ponds. The Northeast Kingdom was baptized as such in 1949 by U.S. Senator George Aiken in remarks praising its beauty. It is truly a remarkable place, and tonight's show highlights some of the people and the products of this unique area that I grew up in. Now, tonight's guests, we have author and lawmaker Scott Wheeler. Huh? We have got the former executive director of the Vermont Film Commission, Lorrane Turgeon, is in the house. The owner of Jed's Maple Mud, Steve and Amy Wheeler. And we have the music of Emily Nyman and Lynn Barry. How about that? Now, these are all people that I grew up with, except for the guy from Malone. We have no idea where he came from. But these are all people that I grew up with. that I grew up with I was going to say Malone again. In Newport. And to prove it, we have tonight's Picture of the Week. Picture of the Week, of course, is brought to us by Parent Studios. This is my 5th grade picture right here on the screen right now. I know. You are looking at right now me and Scott Wheeler in the middle of the top row. I'm the one who's wearing the lovely wall mural right there. I can pretty much guarantee you that my pants, like Jamie's, are buttoned well above the belly button. So we're also going to talk, that's our Picture of the Week brought to us by Parent Studios. How about that, folks, huh? Okay, for the past 2 years, one of the sponsors of Late Night Saturday has been Jed's Maple Products. We had a great opportunity last year to go up and visit with the folks at Jed's Maple. We got a sampling of making some sugar on snow and eating lots of sugar on snow. We did lots of cooking, including cooking with salmon and maple products. We tapped a few trees while we were up there, and we did my personal favorite, which was the maple quiz, at which I completely ruled the house, and I took home the grand prize. The kids did not win. Anyways, joining me is former classmate, owner of Jed's Maple, Steve and Amy Wheeler. Here they are. Hey, guys. Thanks for being here.
Glad to be here. Glad.
You guys have an unbelievable business going on up there, and this is your season. This is tapping season.
This is, well, we've been boiling hard, making some syrup.
I bet you have.
Yep.
I bet you have. Now, you've got all kinds of products. I know you've added on some products. This is, of course, one of our oh, that isn't. That's mustard. That's one of your new ones. The Jed's Maple, which, of course, has been 2 years on the show right now, and it is good. So, now...
They've had it.
All right. Well, if you have, who has had, by applause, who's had Jed's Maple Mud so far? Wow. Yeah, Jamie was screaming the loudest. He bathes in it usually. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a couple of sundaes. So if you want to go ahead and get things started for us, and you folks in the studio audience, we are going to make sundaes for all of you. How about that, huh? All right, so let's see how we're gonna make this.
All right. It's really not difficult. This is gonna be pretty straightforward.
That's a great looking ice cream scoop.
Oh, is this the antique one?
No, this came from Katie's.
Oh, from Katie's and Alexandra.
This is the shameless promotion, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, my sister's store, Alexandra's, in downtown Newport, Vermont.
Don't miss it, it's on Main Street.
You can buy a scoop just like that there. All right, so you put the ice cream in.
Vanilla ice cream, yeah.
Yep.
We start with that. All right.
And you guys got this started. You actually named this company after your kids. You can go ahead and just keep going while we're talking.
Okay, do you want to be shameless for one more minute? I'm going to plug my kids because, well, they came here too. Jed and Jonah, business of the name.
There they are, right there in the front row.
All right, go ahead. Yep.
Good looking kids. So it's named after them,
Yes.
And you have all these different products, but you're kind of moving away from the maple line and adding in mustards and all kinds of products.
We are. What we're doing is we've got gourmet maple specialty foods, and then we added to it other foods, mustards and condiments, and we are building a line of specialty gourmet foods. That,
all right. So you warm this up a little bit,
Yeah.
put it right over ice cream. You can do any type of toppings whatsoever, all right? And then we just kind of dig right into it?
It's very simple. Yeah, it is the topping, and it's funny
all right,
because...
you keep making them. I'm going to try it right now.
He does this every time.
And I can tell by the look of our camera right now, that is our Super Duper Doppler Sky Tracker camera. It is looking for someone in our studio audience right now. And if that camera lands on you, make some noise out there. Because if it lands on you, you're going to go home with one terrific prize. And it has landed on someone right now up in the studio audience. So that means we turn over to the lovely Miss Jen right here. She's going to spin the prize wheel, and we're going to find out exactly what it's going to land on. And look at that, it has landed on Junior's Italian. And here is Jamie Polly to tell you exactly what you've won.
It's a $50 gift card to Junior's Italian
Yes, you have a
in
gift basket,
Colchester
right?
and now in downtown Burlington. Experience cuisine from Little Italy with locally owned Junior's Italian in Colchester. Back to you, Tim.
All right. Thank you very much, Jamie Polly. Plus, you won this. It's a jar of Jed's Maple Mud. It's delicious. Made right in the Northeast Kingdom. You can find out more at jedsmaple.com. Here's some maple cotton candy for you guys out in the studio audience. Be sure to tune into the big station, 98.9 WOKO. We'll be right back with more Late Night Saturday. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Thank you very much. What a great audience out there. Hey, tonight's guest I have known for a long time. One is author and lawmaker of When Salmon Was King and publisher of the Northland Journal. The other guest is the former executive director of the Vermont Film Commission, whose credits include getting both Hollywood films What Lies Beneath with Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer, and Me, Myself, and Irene, both filmed right here in Vermont. Won't you please welcome my friends from the Northeast Kingdom, Scott Wheeler and Lorrane Turgeon. is fun.
Is this crowd a lot better crowd than the one that met with you?
We always have really good crowds here.
Yeah, but what about the one you had in the principal office your senior year?
Oh boy, we're not going to go there. Lorrane, I know you've got a ton of stories about me.
We will keep them silent.
Scott and I have known each other since second grade.
Second grade.
Second grade with
You
Miss
caught
Schaff.
up to me.
I did catch up to you. Second grade, you and I met up in high school, graduated high school, and then we both went to Champlain College here as well.
Yes, our alma mater.
Our alma mater, 1986.
And I was too busy having kids in junior high.
Yeah, because you already have seniors in college.
Seniors in college, they're 22, and I have a 17-year-old daughter.
Wow. Who's here in the house? Emily's here.
Great.
Absolutely. And you're now down in the State House. You're under the dome.
Yes.
2 domes, really.
Down in the State House. Now, have you looked in the mirror lately?
I know. It's
I
right
think
there.
you have a bit more glow than I do.
Oh, I've got a lot of glow going on. Absolutely.
And look at that, though.
It's a beautiful. You know what? I've always liked red and blondes, and I know that there's another blonde out in the audience. Lisa Kilborn is in the audience tonight. And she was and I kissed her. I kissed her hair in kindergarten. Isn't that right, Lisa?
And I think
She
Lisa
hasn't changed either.
And I think Lisa has some other stories about you too.
Well,
But we're not going to go there either.
Everybody has a story about Tim.
Hey, this is my show. I'm going to run this damn thing.
It's your birthday. We'll be nice.
So, When Salmon Was King, how's that going, Scott?
When Salmon Was King, that was a real fun book to write because you know where I grew up, right?
Oh yeah, on the Upper Clyde. Clyde River.
And how did we get exercise on the Clyde River? I ran a lot, right?
Yep.
What usually in the spring did we have running behind us? A game warden.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Because you were always fishing when you shouldn't have been fishing.
Right, because we didn't recognize the end or beginning of season.
Right.
So the book involves the history of the Clyde River fishery.
And I love the group of the people because the folks of Skunk Hollow. Is that correct? Yeah, that's the name. I never knew that. Did you know that?
Yes, actually.
You lying. You had no idea.
I paid attention in history class.
I don't think Mr. Yale talked about this in history class.
Well, no, we didn't go to the same grade school, dear.
Yeah, I don't think anyone went to the same grade school.
Well, you know Mr. Yale.
Yeah.
Remember having him in class?
Yeah.
Well, he was a big Vermont aficionado, and he named his sons Ethan and Ira.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, I remember.
And they have something to do with Vermont, right?
Well, kind of.
Now Mr. Yale and I team up together in our history.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, we do.
Oh,
no
that's
kidding.
appropriate.
Yeah, so he taught me almost anything I needed to know, and now we've teamed up as partners.
Perfect. I think that's perfect.
That's great.
And Lorrane, you've been very busy. We've already talked about that you are the executive director of the Vermont Film Commission. You helped get 2 wonderful films here to the state.
Actually, 3.
Oh, 3. Cider House Rules. That's right. Which was done.
And we had a 4th in at one time with Danny DeVito. And that,
I remember when you were scouting with Danny DeVito.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time with Danny. That was fun, actually. And that movie actually dropped out because they lost one of their cast members.
Oh.
Steve Martin was still attached.
Oh, no
But
kidding.
no, we have 4 pictures back to back. It was a crazy time.
I think that deserves a big round of applause. That was a lot of exposure for the state of Vermont. Yeah.
Long time ago.
But now you are you're happily married. You're living in Gray, Maine, which is right outside of Portland, and you're doing something that you've been wanting to do, which is back to screenwriting and working towards becoming a film producer.
Yes, actually, I'm developing my own projects. I'm involved in several right now, actually. One in particular, it looks like we'll be getting financing out of Houston and make it hopefully either at the end of this year or the beginning of next. So I'm in rewrites on that screenplay with the writer. We're teaming up to rewrite it, and it's great. It's
All right,
going
so
well.
for all the young filmmakers, and I know we have some in the audience, and we're going to meet them in a little bit, how many rewrites can someone expect to go through?
Oh, God. Well, my experience in Hollywood and my experience in the independent film world, you can expect at least a dozen.
At least a dozen rewrites.
At least a dozen.
Yeah.
And you know, there's different versions of screenwriting and rewriting. And sometimes it's just tweaking one particular act or one particular sequence of scenes. But you know, a lot of times it's page 1 all the way through several times. And that's where I'm at right now with one particular project.
And you're looking for the funding out of Houston, you
Well,
said.
it looks like we have some funding put together, and it's coming together now.
And Scott is a writer, as you know. He's got his book out, but he also publishes this, the Northland Journal, which is a monthly publication that's about the history of the Northeast Kingdom. And I know that some of your work was helpful in Jay Craven's film Disappearances, because they filmed a lot of that in the Northeast Kingdom with Luis Guzman up off of Lake Willoughby.
I have my book, Rum Runners and Revenuers, Prohibition in Vermont, as well.
Oh, that's right.
And that was all about the bootlegging days.
Yep.
Which Disappearances.
And I wasn't involved in it.
You weren't involved in the rum running?
But my grandfather was.
Was he really?
Yes, he was.
He was a rum runner?
Well, he did something. God
bless him.
Got him a little bit of jail time.
Really?
So
no kidding.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
No, it doesn't.
So where does my role in the State House fit into all this?
You know what? That's a good question, and I have no idea. I think we should recount the votes, personally.
I will say, though, in talking to Lorrane here, I think we have a perfect working relationship. My college boys are graduating from college right near her.
USM.
And she has no children. So she is going to adopt my children for the next 10 years of college bills.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
So,
no kidding. Hey, we want to do that. We're going to go to commercial break here in a minute, but before we do that, we want to show the folks here in the audience and at home a couple of pictures. So here is Lorrane in 1984. That's when we graduated high school together. Yes, indeed. Up next, there is Scott. And I believe Steve Wheeler, the owner of Jed's Maple. There's Steve. He hasn't changed a bit.
No, I told you.
I think he went through puberty and has a mustache. Lynn Berry is next. She's our musical guest and was our guidance counselor, and you're going to be meeting her in a couple of minutes. And finally, here is my senior picture right there. All right, we've got a lot more Late Night Saturday coming up right after this.
The name refers to the thousands of boys from southern Sudan who were brought to the United States in the last few years of the Sudanese civil war.
The U.S. has officially labeled the situation in Sudan as genocide. The UN has not.
This is ethnic cleansing at its worst.
What is happening in the Sudan is outside the circle of civilized human behavior.
And together, it can build a moral groundswell that can really change the politics of America and change the politics of the world. We're running out of time for these people. We don't have years. We have to act now.
Neverland is a documentary film about the lost boys of Sudan. The film tells the story about how these amazing people have escaped horror of a bloody civil war in Sudan and show how they are adjusting their lives to our New England way of life. The film is part of the Global Reach Partnership Program here at Champlain College, which assists young men from Sudan to establish partnerships with positive male role models and leaders in the Vermont community. The film is produced by this young guy right here, Champlain College student and resident Northeast Kingdom of Derby, Vermont, Alex Brandstetter. How about that, huh? And next fall, when his film comes out, we're going to be touching base with Alex, and we're going to have him back on the show. But right now, tonight's musical guest appearances include Channel 3's morning show, in addition to numerous plays on radio stations. Writing music together over the last 17 years, they have released several CDs, all available through Baby Step Records. Won't you please welcome Emily Nyman and my former guidance counselor, Lynn Berry.
I am shouting
back to the show. We had a terrific show. Thanks to all the folks that joined us. Alex Brandstetter, Steve and Amy Wheeler, Scott Wheeler, Lorrane Turgeon, the musical guests, Emily Nyman and Lynn Barry. Their CD is right here on the counter. Also, thanks to the Newport Daily Express for doing such great promotional work for us to bring you this Northeast Kingdom special edition show. Next time on the show, author David Staler and the music of Lamb's Bread. Remember to continue to support local artists like the folks that you've seen here tonight. We'll see you next time on Late Night Saturday.
Standing on end, but it's really in style, like the way that I'm expected to be. Racing, pacing, and rainbow chasing, but there's no finish line before me. Weak in the knees, I stop to check my pulse. I can't find it, my body is fried. There's really no question, it's a serious condition. I can't feel the person inside. Deprogram me, nervous energy. I'm supposed to be nervous energy. It doesn't match with my philosophy. Straight-laced and cover-girl-faced, it goes against the grain. Gotta cool down, maybe even leave town. This charade is an energy drain. Electrify me and mystify me. You better do it soon. Life become unfolded. I'm on my way to the emergency room. Deprogram me.